Hello all. Happy learning with operating system. Today we are going to discuss about process concept because process management is the key responsibility of any operating system. Today let's start with process concept. First, what is meant by process? A process is simply said to be a program in execution. When I am executing a program, it is said to be a process. Now let us take this. I want to have a cup of tea. Now what is given in the left hand side? This is a recipe. This is a Pakka Indian chai recipe from even from a five-star hotel. But this contains the ingredients, this contains what are the required materials and how to do it. I'm having a pictorial form of tea, but from this, I am not able to enjoy what I want as tea. So, what I need to do if I want to have a tea? I have to follow the instructions given in the recipe and I have to start making the tea making process by following the set of instructions given in the recipe. Then only I can able to get my required tea. So left hand side given is your recipe book, whereas your tea making process is given in the right hand side. So conceptually, the recipe book contains the ingredients, the tools, and the steps or instructions. Whereas the tea making, I am going to start cooking. That is, it is the act of following the recipe. So I can say that recipe book is nothing but your program, whereas your tea making is a process. So the key thing here it makes you to have a clear understanding and differentiation about what is the program and what is the process. Here, a program is said to be an passive entity, whereas a process is said to be an active entity. So in our computer technology, a program it may be written in Java, a C, a Python, or any language. It is a set of instructions to do some specific task, and it is stored on the disk. Whereas when I execute that program, along with the required resources, it may need a IO file, it may need a printer, it may need some CPU time, it may need some hard disk. Then when this passive program comes into an action, then the program will become a process. So a program will become a process only when I make it as execution. So normally whatever we are keeping it in our disk said to be an passive entity. Here see I am having a list of programs. It may be a Python program, a Java program, C programs I may have. These are all passive programs. But when I execute the program and get the output, here I can call it is a process. My Python program is in execution. Then it comes to a process. I hope you have a clear understanding about what is the program and what is the process. So when I write a program and save it in the system, in the hard disk, it is a review program. Even it may be an error-free program. But when I run the program, when I execute the program comes into the execution along with the required resources, along with CPU, which is the major resource of operating system. Then I can call it as process. So let's see. When I'm going to see a process in memory, what are the things it needed? So every process have a text section. So in the text section, it contains the program code, the actual coding. What I'm writing, it may be a C program or it may be a Java program, or even if I'm taking an VLC player, I want to play a movie, the VLC player has one application code, executable code that contains the text code and current activity including the program counter and process registers. For example, while playing my video player, I'm stopping at moment. It will keep store what movie it playing, what is the time limit it is playing now. So it keep track of what are the current state of is this instruction. What are the next instruction to be followed? We already know that program counter is a special register found in or any of your hardware device to keep track of the address of next instruction to be executed. So for the text part contains the actual program code, there is the executable code along with the program counter. Next is the stack. So when I need to keep, I have to keep track of what my progress. So further, I'll have the stack. The stack contains act as the temporary data, like the function parameters. When I have a call, I'll have the return addresses, the local variables, everything will be stored in the stack. So I have a stack. And then I have a heap memory which can dynamically allocated during the runtime. I may, for example, I'm using a Word program. I may suddenly have a copy paste. I have a clipboard. Based on my size, I can copy a word or I can copy a paragraph or I can copy an image. So based on the size, my clipboard size may increase or decrease. So this is what we are having as the heap. It may be dynamically allocated. And we are having the data section. There is the actual global variables which is used for the program. When you see this, we can have a clear understanding that only in this part the arrow mark points. That means the heap is also dynamically capable to grow and stack is also dynamically grow and shrink. Whereas the text and data segments are fixed because the data contains the global variables. The stack contains the local variables. Okay. So when I want to bring the program in an passive state to a process in an active state, I need to bring the process to the main memory. So if I'm bringing the process to the main memory, what it can contain? It will contain the text section. It will contain data element to have the global variables. In addition to that, it have two parts, heap section and the stack section, which can dynamically shrink and grow based on the active execution mode of the program. So this is how a process will be in a memory while it is in execution. That is whatever we are doing in the program, when it is comes to the active phase, it is called as process, and this is how the process will be available in the memory for successful completion. So in this we have come to a summarization that a process is a program in execution, and we have a clear differentiation between what is a program and what is a process and how a process will be available in the memory. Thank you. Happy learning.